Dude, it's so hard to get machine experience before the final mission, but then after you do the final mission, it unlocks an area that is just chock full of machines. Like, it's one of the easiest type attributes to get, but only after you finish the main game. Or you do the final mission, not the main game itself, but you know what I mean. Is War Greymon 1 experience point away from leveling up? Yes! More Hookmon. Even if he doesn't give that much, he gives a good chunk. More than any of the other machines. We're so close, chat. We're so close to my giant mechanical turtle of death. I need it. I need it! Shajinmon needed more machine experience than he needed to get a level up. So I know he doesn't have enough if he's not at least level 51. So we're going to keep going here until he's level 51. And then I'll check and see how much more machine he has to go. That is not a machine! That is a Betamon ripoff. It's not even the real Betamon. It doesn't digivolve into Seedramon. How are you going to release a Digimon game and then be like, oh yeah, Betamon doesn't digivolve into Seedramon? It's the most false advertising I've ever seen before in my life. Soul Blaster, by the way. Yo, there's another hundo. If I could just have that happen a few more times, we'd be done here. What on earth is... Oh, hey, you got faster than Shajinmon. Congrats. What on earth is with this one Kodemon walking up to my Apollomon and being like, yo, bro, square up. Square up, let's throw hands. Goodbye. So close. So close yet so far. So far away we wait for the day, yada yada yada. Music reference. Hello. Alright, level 51, finally hit it. Let's go. Vajramon is about to hit level 26 as well, then he'll need to degenerate. Alright, how much machine do you need to get to 9,600? Only 300, so that's like 6 more Hookmon, basically. And then we'll have it. Let's go. Can't you get machine in the end area of Thriller Ruins? I'm pretty sure that is only for Pawn Chessmon, and you don't run into Pawn Chessmon that much. You can get machine experience from Thriller Ruins, from Proxy Island, and from Access Glacier. But the problem is that you rarely run into them. They are, like, very rare to run into. So that's why I'm doing it here. The reason I'm doing it here instead is because you run into the machine Digimon constantly. So I think, in the long run, this is going to be faster. Instead of trying to get, like, one specific Digimon to show up in an area where a bunch of other enemy types spawn. Transfield, that's the last area you get, yeah, for the Gaia Origin quest. It's got all of the types in the game, and it's really easy to grind up any species experience if you go to Transfield. But it's super post-game, you know, so that doesn't really help me here. Plus a little bit of hyperspeed will get us through this quick. We're almost there. Oh, yes, more Hookmon, please. I know if I started the final mission, I could go fight the machine Digimon that spawned in Dark Moon City, but I've already said I don't want to do that. I believe I said that literally like 2.5 minutes ago. Did that do it? Is that enough? Nope, 19 more, so like one more fight. Come on. Okay, one more fight that has a machine in it, though. Please, please. No, the game, it knows that I'm about to leave, and it's like, you'll never leave Sunken Tunnel. You live here now. Only Aquan Digimon. Here we go. This should do it. No more hyperspeeding. We're done hyperspeeding now. I needed, what, 18? That should be 18. Oh, yeah, 36. We've done it. Let's go, chat. Evolve your boy into Jumbo Gamemon. 75 aptitude, not bad at all. Kez, I looked it up, but do you know if there are more Digimon or more Pokemon? Individuals, not games? I think there are more Digimon, aren't there? Because Digimon makes a ton of Digimon and then just never uses them in games and stuff. Because what is Pokemon up to? Like 800 now? I think there are over 1,000 Digimon. I can't remember. I might be wrong. We got Jumbo Gamemon, boys. Look at how awesome he is. I love this Digimon. One of the best things about him is that his name is going to, like, fit properly. Beautiful. Level 34, he's got to degenerate. There are just less than 600 more Digimon than there are Pokemon, so that's like, there are like 1,400 Digimon then? I thought it was over 1,000. Alright, Jumbo Gamemon is great. Jumbo Crater. Oh, dude, he has a thing that hits all of them. Attack 5 zones severely and indiscriminately. Oh, I love that a lot. That's great. Alright, we got my boy in here now. So the only one who hasn't made it to Mega at least once is you. Do you have all the bird experience you need? No, you need 600 more bird experience. You also need 2 more levels. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go finish the combat game. Because I'm pretty sure we'll finish that, and then Daramon should be close to level 52, and then after that we'll go get the bird experience he needs. Back to Access Glacier. I love having this giant turtle follow me around. He's so unstoppable. There are about 1,400 Digimon, and there are 800 Pokemon. Sick. Yeah, Digimon makes a lot of Digimon. Jumbo Gamemon, where do you have a blade on your body? You're like all cannons. You mean to tell me that one of these cannons has a switch knife in it? Because that's amazing, if true. We beat 2 of the Zudomon before, didn't we? So we just said we need to go through the Dark Portal now, and that'll take us to the 3rd one. And then we have to get to the end area where Grimmon was before. That's where Vikemon will be waiting. I gotta see this Jumbo Crater. Laser beams, love it. Awesome, great damage. Lowers resistance to steel, beautiful. I don't want to have to degenerate my Apollomon. I'm going to miss him. I mean, we'll get him back eventually, but still. Alright, Vajramon is ready to degenerate into Musiamon, who is a really cool champion level. Get on down there. Your spirit is so low. You're gonna have to, so you get 4 every time you go back to Champion. So you're gonna have to degenerate to Champion 87, 91, 95, 99, 4 more times, and then you'll have 99. And I think Mojimon is on the exact same train as you in that respect. I really should just leave your name as Vajramon until you're done, to be honest. Alright, back to level 35 we go, boys. And then Mojimon, he's making progress. Back to Mammothmon. And yeah, he's at level 70, or he's got aptitude 79, I mean. So he's doing the exact same thing, except he has 1 more degenerate to do than you. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Digimon does have some easier designs than Pokemon. They've got, like, all the in-training and baby Digimon are, like, really, really small and rather plain designs. And then there are plenty of Digimon that are just, like, slight form variations and whatnot. But all that really matters is that the coolest-looking Digimon look way better than the coolest-looking Pokemon. That's not to say that Pokemon doesn't also have some really great designs, because both series have some really awesome designs. But I like Digimon more overall. Is that the Zudomon I need to beat? I wish it'd make my life a lot easier. wants to see me beat the final boss with just an ultimate team, by the way, because that's probably what's going to happen. Because no one will get back to Mega before then. You can't deny Galarian Wheezing is a creative design. I never said it wasn't. I think it was very creative to watch an episode of Fairly Odd Parents and then turn Wheezing into Doug Dimmadome. I have defeated 2 of the Zudomon. We're on our way to the last one. Bum, 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 bum. Easy victories. My main goal is, before we fight the final boss of the main story, I would like to have at least, I think, both Jumbo Gamemon and... Not Jumbo Gamemon. Both Mammothmon and the other thing. Mammothmon and Vajramon at 99 aptitude, so that fighting the final boss will get them really close to becoming Mega again for good. That'd be ideal. Did you really have to miss to give him an opportunity to use Crazy Ice Blast? Look at all that damage I just took. 1-4 and then like 60-something. I can't believe you allowed that damage to come to pass for Greymon. How could you? Ba-da-bum! It's a Megadramon! And a Mammoth! And another Megadramon! Where were all these machines when I was lacking machine experience earlier? Boom, 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 boom. Crit! On the Megadramon. Oh, I died anyway. Crit unnecessary. My bad. I don't think you're gonna die to this. I didn't think Double Blade would kill you, though, because it's a machine move. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Ah, good plan, Megadramon. Boost your speed stat with your 4 HP. What does aptitude do? It's what level you can go to. It's your level cap, basically. So, like, if your Digimon has an aptitude of 70, then it could go to level 70, and then it's stuck there. It can't go any higher. So I like to get all my Digimon to have 99 aptitude, which is the maximum you can have, so I can get them all the way up there. I usually never actually get them to level 99, I just like to have the option. Where this is a dead end for a chest, where the heck is the dark portal I'm supposed to go through? I mean, I still need this experience anyway, so I'm fine fighting my way through, but also, what the heck, man? Cybersleuth and Hacker Memory, it's referred to as Abby, which I assume means ability. Abby isn't, like, the same thing, though. I'm pretty sure Abby has an influence on your level limit, but, like, the amount of Abby you have, I don't think is the level you can go to, but I might be remembering wrong. Abby is more so for bonus stats. Or maybe it's both. Maybe it's also the amount of Abby you have is the level you can go to, but no, that doesn't sound right. That can't be right. Because, like, most Digimon start with, like, 0 or 1 Abby. So their level limit would be, like, 1. And that doesn't work that way. So the Abby is a different stat. Like, Abby probably affects it, but it's not like your Abby is the level you can go to. That's not how that works. I hope Pokemon games stop having a national dex and stop allowing older Pokemon to be transferred from game to game. Oh man, that's a spicy take. One of the reasons I quit playing Pokemon is because they started not putting them all in the game. Abby in Hacker's Memory and Cybersleuth definitely affects your level amount, but the amount of Abby you have it's not a one-to-one relationship. It's not like you have 5 Abby, you can go to level 5. That's not how it works. And also, the maximum amount of Abby you can get is 200. But if you get 200 Abby, you can't go to level 200. You can still only go to, like, level... Does it end at... It's either 99 or 100 is the cap. I can't remember which. I think it caps at 99. Now it's my turn. I've been looking forward to testing your strength, Ko. Here goes. I'm gonna stomp this fool. He might not even live Jumbo Gamemon's Double Blade. Crit. A crit probably would have killed him. That would have been hilarious. They stopped adding them. I think they'd be more free to switch things up, as by having those features, they have to keep the games relatively the same. No. No. They would absolutely still keep the games almost exactly the same. It has nothing to do with adding more or less Pokemon. Game Freak just doesn't, they don't innovate anymore, really. They do the bare minimum they have to with, like, gimmicks like G-maxing and Z-moves, and then they're like, alright, that's it. We don't have to add anything else to the game. That's all we have to do. And then people will buy it up. And they're right. People buy it up, which is why they keep getting away with it. It has nothing to do with adding more or less Pokemon. In Galar, they didn't add them all. In Gen 8 or whatever, they didn't add them all. And all they added was another gimmick of G-maxing and Gigantamaxing. And then the rest of the game is exactly the same, if not worse, from all the gameplay I saw. So, like, adding Pokemon has nothing to do with the... Like, that's not going to change anything at all, I think. I think Game Freak as a company, you're just not that good at doing better, basically. You're just too strong. I'm amazed. Take this Snowstone according to the rules. Anyone know what the DNA Farm Good actually does? I'm pretty sure it has like a 2% chance to raise your Abby by 1. I'm fairly certain that's what it does. By the way, the reason we're in Macro C is because after you defeat all 3 Zudomon, then Vikemon moves to the end of the area where Grimmon was. So we have to, the only way to get to that area is through Macro C, so we have to go through here to get to it. Bum, 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 bada bum. Down this way? Why am I even bothering to kill 2 Siakamon as if the experience is worth it? I mean, now I may as well, but still. Apollomon is halfway to degenerating. Sad days. Pokemon Company could just employ a company other than Game Freak to make Pokemon games. They're never going to do that. It's always going to be Game Freak. People will be like, it's not the same without Game Freak and not buy the game because of bias. Absolutely also not true. I would literally bet like $1,000. I would be willing to bet like literally $10,000, which I don't have, obviously. But I would bet $10,000 that it doesn't matter what company does it. It doesn't matter how good or bad the game is, as long as it's still the same old turn-based gameplay and whatnot, because that's a good enough gameplay loop. All they have to do, they can just print out a game that is literally the same as Sword and Shield and release it next year, and people would buy it up. Because the Pokemon fan base at large, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm directly insulting people who bought the games. If you bought the Sword and Shield and you enjoyed it, then good for you. I'm glad you had fun with it. But, like, you know, they'll buy anything. They'll buy anything Pokemon. It doesn't matter who makes it. It doesn't matter if it's very good or not. Unless if it's like a spin-off game that's vastly different playstyle, then people might not buy it. But as long as it's a mainline Pokemon game with the same general turn-based gameplay, the Pokemon fan base will absolutely eat it up. Because they always do. Because there are so many people, most people who are like really into Pokemon, it's the only game they care about. It's the only game series they pay attention to. It's the only games they buy. It's the only games they play. And then they have like 1 or 2 other series that they might play as well. I'm friends with a lot of people who were in the Pokemon community a good deal. Not like big people in the Pokemon community, like that had tons of subscribers, but I was friends with a lot of PokeTubers. And it always surprised me when I would make friends with a bunch of people who were PokeTubers and stuff, and they were like, yeah, I like only play Pokemon, and then occasionally I play like Skyrim. And I'm like, really? All you do is play Pokemon and also sometimes Skyrim. And it wasn't always Skyrim. Sometimes they'd be like, yeah, I only play Pokemon and then like Metroid games. And that's all I play. And I'm like, that's crazy to me that that's the only games you play. Because I play a huge variety of games. I play the Xenoblade series, the Tales of series, the Digimon series. Used to play the Pokemon series a lot. Kingdom Hearts. The Far Cry series I really enjoy. I play tons of games. Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, etc. But there are some people who are just like, specifically people who like Pokemon are just like, all I do is play Pokemon, and then like one or two other game series I play from time to time. Which is fine, you know? If that's what they like to play, that's what they like to play. I'm not trying to knock it. Like, they can use their free time for whatever they like. Go for it, dude. But people who are like that, who are like, basically all I do is play Pokemon, then they're gonna buy the games as long as they're not literal garbage. Which Pokemon, the reason Pokemon is so successful and has been well for so long, has done well for so long, is because the main gameplay loop of like the turn-based combat and gathering the Pokemon and evolving them all is fun at a base level. So even if they make relatively bad games, in my opinion, then it doesn't matter as long as that main gameplay loop is there. People who live and breathe Pokemon will buy it and they'll play it, and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo will all make a killing. And because they make a killing every time, they'll do it every time. It's like, why would we try and get super innovative or do something risky or new or that could be fun but could also maybe backfire, when it's like, hey, we can just make basically the same game, add one new gimmick, like, hey, the Pokemon get bigger now, and then literally print money. And that's what they do. Ko, you're amazing. You got all of them. But this is not the end. Now you must fight me. Let's begin. Let's go. Bring it on, Vikemon. And again, I want to make this clear. I'm not hating on anyone that likes Pokemon or played Sword and Shield and we're like, oh, I loved it. If you love it, then good. If it's fun for you, then play it. Have fun. Have a good time. For me personally, I never played Sword and Shield. I might have said Sun and Moon instead of Sword and Shield because people are talking about Sun and Moon in the chat. But I played every Pokemon game up to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were not very good, and I was like, I'm not really feeling Pokemon anymore. They released Sword and Shield, I watched gameplay of it, I read reviews of it, and I was like, I'm not interested, I don't want to play it anymore. So I think Pokemon is just like, pretty much since Gen 5 has been going down and has become bad since. For my personal taste. If it's still to your personal taste and you're enjoying it, awesome, I'm glad you're enjoying it. But for me, like, Pokemon lost me because it's just not, they're not making very good games anymore. Not only are they just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's like there's no change or development really, in my eyes at least, but also like the games just aren't as good as Gen 4 and Gen 5 were, I feel like. Like Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 are still better than any game in when they went to 3D. Like X and Y onward, none of the games they've released in my eyes are better than Black and White. So, you know, I don't play them anymore. I don't want to give them my money because it's not a game I care to play.